Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday. It is overcast to the point where even at almost 7 o'clock, it's dark as can be out there. Like even the street lights are still on. Usually the sun is usually up by now. Unless I got up so early, I don't even know what this time the sun comes up anymore. But I found. Oh, first, let me talk about the video that I deleted and why. The video I deleted for one reason why I deleted it is because I was getting flack, and I don't mean just one or two people, complaining about the fact that I didn't have documentation that said what stage cancer she has, but because for how do I word it? For the protection of certain people that certain names could have been seen on the documentation I was showing off, it could have been, let's just say it could have caused ramifications or issues that I don't have the time nor the money to deal with. Second off, like a lot of people said, it's none of anybody's business what's going on with Jerry's health. If people can't take us for our word, that's their problem. I did find one piece of paperwork that stated the word cancer, but did not state the stage of cancer. It just stated, in fact, I'll read it. It is from the rehab center, or the after visit summary from one of the doctors in St. Louis. And it basically says spontaneous fracture of the thigh bone caused by a cancer that weakened the bone. This was documented on 11/22 to 12/8. I don't know if that was her. If 12/8 was the last day of her rehab stay or not. But let's see here. Let's see if I can do this without too many problems. Because they did say I can show it as long as I don't show personal information. So, let's see if I can just put my finger over it. But there it is, black and white. Now, hopefully nobody says that I have to take it down because of certain legalities. But since hopefully nobody saw a medical name or number, only Jerry Ann's name and the location or the hospital she was at. It does say on there cancer. The reason why her femur was fractured was because of cancer. Now they didn't state what stage it was on that documentation, but I can guarantee you, between my ears, my sister-in-law's ears, and Jerry's bestie Lisa's ears, the doctors did say stage 4 cancer. Stage 4 cancer of the kidney, but did not specify the stage or level of the full bone cancer. They just talked about level 4, or stage 4 kidney cancer. That the other cancerous cells on her bones are basically from that. And I just kind of went, okay, we're starting to get into areas of medical information or knowledge that I don't have. But Jerry, with her being a medical nerd and watching all the different medical TVs and all the stuff she can watch on TV on medicine and whatnot, she had some idea what was going on. Of course, watching TV is not the same as actual training, where you know exactly where everything is and what the words are and how it functions and blah 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 blah. I'm not that one of those people. Now for her list of medications, it varies because when she went into the hospital, the doctors there told her to stop taking her diabetes medication and start eating more carbs. So we have what we call carb days. So every other day is a carb day. So speaking about food, I gotta take something out for dinner. I don't know what I'm gonna take out for dinner. I'll figure it out here in a little bit. But the doctors have told her eat more carbs, eat more. What was it? Eat more carbs. Have a fruit or vegetable with each meal. That's why she's been getting oatmeal with berries in it. I forgot there was another thing that they said that I can't remember off the top of my head, and it had to do with her diet because of between the chemo and the immunotherapy and all that stuff that she has to go through. They wanted her to stop like St. John's wort, her Jardians. She's got a list of medicine in those files. But no, all I can say about this right now is, if you can't take my word for it, that's fine. That's up to you. But I know what it is. I heard the doctor. I'm telling you what I heard. If you cannot believe it, well, like I said, that's your problem, not mine. Just like a lot of people told me on numerous videos, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I don't have to, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't have to please you. I don't have to please any other human being except for maybe my wife. Family is family. We take each other for what we are. We know we can be pig-headed. We know we can be argumentative. We know that when we feel strongly about something, we put our foot down, no matter what anybody else says. Jerry hates that, but you know what? That's kind of ingrained in my DNA. It's not a learned thing like she thinks it is. It's just the way I've been since, I don't know, since I popped out of the womb. In fact, I was even defiant then. In fact, most people they come out crown first, which is basically your head. I came out feet first, kicking like, I didn't want to get out. I was a stubborn, ornery kid from infancy to even today. And not that I don't care, but when it comes to people who don't want to believe me, or people who want to ridicule me or make fun of me and my wife, I don't care about those people. I really don't. I tolerate them because of the fact that they have the freedom to speak their mind. Thing is, I also have the freedom to do what I want with a comment once it appears on my my feed, in my inbox, however you want to put it. 9 times out of 10, unless they're being really rude and belligerent or anything like that, bye-bye. I won't tolerate that. Especially when I see it on my wife's channel. I do not like that. I've already deleted 2 people within the last 12 hours. Yeah, last 12 hours. That basically, they came from a website that I don't deal with anymore. I ignore them. But when they came into my channel and started using terminology and whatnot that they use on that particular website, as well as the fact that one particular person that I instantaneously knew was going to be a problem after seeing the name and the comment, and got rid of them. Whoever they were literally called themselves Bakery Gossip. Instead of saying Gossip Bakery, they reversed 2 words, and I just kind of went, no. No. If they can't handle what I used to say and how I used to be on their channel when I was talking with them, and then they basically blocked me from the website, the whole website they blocked me from, I just kind of went, yeah, okay, fine, bye. If I figure out anybody that's on my channel or my wife's channel that's from the bakery, they'll instantaneously get blocked, no matter what. Because I won't deal with it. You know? And that, in fact, I didn't start anything. They started it. I just happened to get on there to rebuttal. Put my 2 cents in. And the funniest thing is last year when I was having issues with Jerry, before this whole health thing came up, I would go to them to complain, to vent, because when I tried to vent on my channel, people were getting on me for, well, how can you say that about your wife? Do you live with her? Do you know how she can be when she feels like being ornery or things aren't going her way or whatever? But as soon as things started calming down and I started getting a level head and started making rebuttals to some of their comments, they got all pissy with me, and I returned fire just like any of my other family members would have done. They blocked me from their website. That's fine. I saw who they were. I saw right through them, especially when things weren't going their way. So why would I want them to come to my channel to make any of their nasty little comments? I don't. That's why I'm not gonna tolerate it. I can tolerate a lot of things, but when you're trying to drag me down to your level of despair or sadness or wherever you're showing on your comments, that makes me think that you're just a lonely, sad, angry person who has to try to drag other people down with them. So be it. That's how I treat you. And since I don't feel like being dragged back down to that level, it ain't gonna happen. Been there, done that, lived it. Has the t-shirt, has the key to the city, however you want to put it. I've been ran through the ringer before I was even 15 years old. So what makes anybody think that I'm going to let other people run me through the ringer at 50? When I get to the point where I can't do anything because I'm too sore, too tired, or whatever, and Jerry wants to push, I look at her and go, no. I either have to have a break or we're done for the day because I'm hurting too much. I need to make dinner. I need to take care of myself. I'm done for the day. And when she gets a little uppy about it, I look at her and go, either A, we can keep on going and then you can rush me into the hospital when I collapse, or B, we're done. Why does it have to go to that kind of extreme? Because that's how you're pushing. You're pushing me beyond my limitations. And I can't let that be anymore. I can't let that be because I need the energy for my job so we can have money coming in, so we can pay our bills. It's either you run me down and find a way to collect buku money for unemployment or SSD or whatever, or you let me, take the breaks that I need when I want them. Not wait until I'm literally falling down on my face, literally trying to use my arms to drag my body to the nearest couch or bed to take a nap. Or just curling up right there on the floor and taking a nap. I have no problem with that. I've slept on floors before. But to let people who are not connected to me by blood or marriage, no. And there are times where I don't even let my in-laws try to drag me down, because they did that. They tried to do that in New York, and I just kind of went, bring it. You're just giving me ammunition. You're just packing that powder into that keg, and when it blows, well, You wanted it. I didn't tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a quick story. One of the last Thanksgivings we had together as a family before her father passed away. My brother-in-law, who lives upstairs, who loves to give me shit, came downstairs, and I was nice. I'm like, "Hey, how you doing? Happy Thanksgiving." When it was time to gather around the table for dinner and whatnot, he had already picked his spot, and I was like 2 or 3 seats away from him. And I'm just sitting there enjoying myself, listening to the conversation, not really saying much, because I don't really say much, period. Especially, with various people I don't always get along with. Of course, by this time, I was already getting along with my 2 of the sisters that lived in the area, and my younger brother, her younger brother, and I were, so. We had a lot of common interests, but sometimes we didn't always see eye to eye. But anyhow, my brother-in-law is sitting there, and he's basically talking about, what's been going on with him and some of his health issues, because he's got cellulitis or something like that in his legs. But, and he is, like, some of you think Jerry's overweight. Put it this way, he's the king of overweight in her family. I mean, last time I talked to him, or last time we talked to him, we don't talk to him much anymore. He was about 10 to 20 pounds heavier than Jerry, nearing 400 pounds or more. But anyhow, this particular Thanksgiving, he's sitting there talking about all of his doctor's appointments, all the things the doctors have been telling him and whatnot, and that he's got to watch his weight and start trying to lose weight because of the cellulitis and blah, 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 blah. And he said that morning he had weighed himself, and he was like 4 or 5 pounds lighter or something like that. And I looked at him and I said, "Oh, so that's what I heard groaning. Your scale telling you to get the fuck off." Excuse my language. And everybody just went, "Oh my God. That was a good one, Jim. That was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one." I just sat there and went, "Yeah." Kept on eating. Because I've been taking his shit for 14 years or so. No, I'll take that back. We moved out of New York after Hurricane Sandy, so it had to be like 2009, so about 9-10 years of taking his belittling. I will only take so much before I blow. And thankfully I've learned to control the blowback, or however you want to put it. Because in the past, let's just say, not very many doors have survived an attack from me, because my father raised me not to strike another person out of anger. Out of defense, that's a different story. But yeah. But anyhow, hey, you don't want to believe what I'm saying when I say that Jayanne was told by a doctor with me sitting in the room that she has stage 4 cancer. And even Julie knows this, because Julie heard it from the same doctor a different day, because Julie asks questions. I sit and listen. Maybe that's why Julie's a better person to be going with Jerry to doctors, because Jerry will ask specific questions, or not Jerry, Julie will ask specific questions. Now, I will continue to read my comments. I will continue to either make notes to talk about those comments, or answer those comments directly if I feel that they need some form of answering or what's the word I'm looking for? Not confirmation. Not conflict. Well, anyhow, the word eludes me right now. As for what's going on around the house, we did several hours worth of work in her craft room. She was sitting up in her wheelchair that we were able to maneuver to get in there without her being in it. This morning we're gonna do a few few more little things in the craft room, and then Jerry said if I feel like I can come in here and start working on stuff in here. So yeah, we'll see what happens. The first thing I got to do in here before I can start decorating is organizing and getting rid of the stuff on the floor. Like, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in that corner that can go to Goodwill. There's a couple things over here that can go to Goodwill. A couple things that need to be put back where they belong. Goodwill. I don't know what's in that white basket behind me, but it's Jerry's stuff. So there's a lot of things I got to decide what to do. And try to move them into my van or into a corner until I can get to decorating with those items. Jan had a thought, and I think I might do it because that would make more room on my desk, is to take all the books out of the bookcase and put them on top of the buffet, so I don't have to try to stretch across the table to get to that bookcase, and then decide what to do with the bookcase. Decide if I want to keep it in here for decor, like put my various decor pieces or tchotchkes in it, or what. I don't know yet. I might even decide to just get rid of it and take it to Goodwill if Jerry doesn't need it. Of course, Jerry might fight me on that because it was one of the bookcases that survived Hurricane Sandy and the flood. So that's a pretty sturdy piece of furniture over there. So I might just put that on there with the books in it and decorate around it and be able to have all the space on my table that I want or need for decorations or whatnot. I don't know. But I'm happy that, the work we did last night, there's not that much glassware left, if any, on the buffet, and the stuff there on the Filipino dresser in the corner over there is stuff that me and Jerry had been talking about, because she doesn't want to really take all that stuff and put it in her room, in her craft room, because she doesn't know what day she's going to have room. And I told her I might have an idea how to display it without, worry of breakage or falling. In fact, excuse me, might be able to put this bookcase on top of the Filipino dresser and keep all that stuff in the bookcase on display. The only thing I can think of that's going to be too big is the cake stand with all the numbers on it. I don't know if that's supposed to be the 12 days of Christmas or what. But I know it's a holiday platter of some sort of holiday cake stand. Most of the cake stands that we had out and above stuff have been put delicately away. But yeah, there's probably going to be some stuff in here that I'm going to be like, hon, I don't know what to do with this, and I know it's not mine. Do you have any ideas? Like, I forgot where we went, but Jerry got like redneck, what was called redneck wine glasses, and this is supposed to be one of them. It's got, and we bought it like this, and she's got one that's different, but it's not. It's similar but different somehow. I can't remember without finding it, but I'm going to try to do some housework, whether it's moving stuff into the craft room for Jerry to take a look at, or put wherever Jerry wants. Then I've got to try to do some work in here to start the cleanup process. And once I get done with the cleaning process, which probably won't be until Sunday sometime if I do any work on Sunday, Jerry suggested I take Sunday as a day off to just sit back, chillax while watching movies or playing games. And I told her, we'll see. Because if I wake up Sunday morning with the vim and vigor I woke up with this morning, I'll probably come in here and do some stuff. Maybe create a couple videos to put on during the week, since I might not have the time on the weekdays to do videos. And I noticed last time when I was only doing videos on weekends, my revenue kind of dropped. And I'm like, I don't want that to happen again. We need that money. We need that money to pay Uncle Sam or Discover Card or food. That kind of stuff. So I'm like, oh, yay. In fact, I'm getting kind of sleepy right now, and I don't know if that's just because boredom or I really just don't want to do nothing. But I want to spend Sunday doing nothing either, so I have to choose. Then a factor when it's, it's past time for the sun to show itself. You kind of go, oh, it's going to be this kind of weather. Ugh, I want to go to sleep. But no, I've got too many things to do. Then in fact, if I can stay up the rest of the day with maybe just a 20-minute nap, I can get through the day and go to bed at my scheduled time for work, even though I don't work tomorrow. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Sorry, I got lost in thought there. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go and bid you guys a good day. Hopefully your weekend turns out better than mine started. I consider Friday, start of the weekend. But anyhow, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put it in the question comment box. Again, I will state this much. If they are too negative and too belligerent, they will not last. Happen to be new to my channel and interested in more of what goes on in this crazy mind of mine, let alone the world I live, the world around me. Maybe you want to subscribe, maybe not. It's up to you. If you do subscribe, there's a little bell that will pop up. You click on that bell, and YouTube will let you know when I put in my next video. So until next time, you guys have a good day, good weekend, enjoy. Bye.